From Palm Springs Stadium in the Coachella Valley, it's time for PSCL Baseball. The playoffs are just over 1 week away, and two of the very best teams in the league are set to separate. The 8-6 North Stars are taking on the 8-6 Chill. Vince Hesbrook, thanks for being with us on your Sunday afternoon. The Chill are set to, the Coyotes are set to bat first. The Coyotes coming in 5-9. A great start as always. The Coyotes are leading off with Caden Raymond, then Paul Saffer, Tyler Langbein, Roberto Gallardo, Landon Baker, Dallas Siricon, Logan Wanko, Jaden Mizukami, Javier Avalos, and Jacob Ginn is in the 10 spot for the Coyotes. On the hill for the North Stars, that is Ashton Blair. Blair comes in with an ERA right around 6. Last time out against the Grizzlies, delivered 5 innings, allowed 2 runs, none of them earned, in his best outing of the year. So the Coyotes come in today at 5-9. Like we said, the playoffs not far, just over a week away, and they currently sit in the 7th seed of the 9 teams in the PSCL. The North Stars tied with the Chill at 3rd. But the North Stars have the tiebreaker right now. That puts them in that position. Bombers won again today. They're at 11-3. They seem poised for that 2nd seed, barring a late setback. The Lumberjacks cruising as always, 14-1 now. But these are the kind of matchups that are going to be oh so important when the playoffs start. Every team makes it, but seeding is what's most valuable. Caden Raymond gets his last practice swing in. Ashton Blair on the hill for the North Stars. And from Palm Springs Stadium, we're underway. First pitch, swing and a miss from the third baseman, Raymond. And the second pitch, grounded over to third. Jackson Logston on the hop. Retires Caden Raymond for out number 1. Paul Saffer now, the center fielder, hitting in the 2 spot. Saffer's .259 hitter gets aboard at a .375 clip. And this Coyotes team as a whole, they have been great at getting aboard. A .452 on base percentage as a team. Saffer, the lefty, takes the first pitch from Ashton Blair for a strike on the outside. And that fastball from Blair blazing in at 88 miles per hour. And the 0-1 on the outside, count even. One pitch, wave and a miss. Saffer behind 0-2. This Coyotes team fell to the Lumberjacks yesterday, score of 2-10. Saffer 0 for 1 in a pinch hitting roll. The 1-2 pitch grounded, and it gets by the diving glove of Logston. Saffer chugging his way into second. He's in there standing up, and a 1-out double for the Coyotes. So the Coyotes, of course, fishing for an upset here against a higher-seeded North Stars team, but a chance at a runner in scores position early for the first baseman, Tyler Langbein. The Palm Springs Power will play the PSCL All-Stars on July 4th, and you got to think that Langbein is going to be involved in that game as he takes the first pitch low. Hitting .433 for the season, getting aboard at a .526 clip. 13 RBIs leads the team. Trying to get number 14 right here in the top of 1. The 1-0 pitch. Got the outside part of the plate for a strike. Now the 1-1. In tight 2-1. Something we see across the PSCL. These guys are going to make you throw strikes. Blair delivers the 2-1 to Langbein. Nice pitch. Again on the outside, count even at 2 apiece. Saffer at second. Here's the 2-2. Lined into center field. Charging in is Chase Ford, who makes the play. Runner on their way to third. Saffer will advance. But wow, a great jump by Chase Ford in center to take one away from Tyler Langbein. Well, not an entirely unproductive out for the Coyotes. They advance Saffer to third, still just 1 out for Roberto Gallardo. Gallardo hitting .273 over 13 games. Big stat for him, just 2 strikeouts on the season. That's, of course, what Ashton Blair is trying to coax with the runner at third. Or I'll tell you what, I think that one actually bounced in there for a base hit. Yeah, sure enough, Tyler Langbein, he actually got himself a base hit there. So the runners are at the corner for Roberto Gallardo. Holy smokes. 1-0 pitch, inside 2-0. Wow, I thought that was a great jump, but it must have bounced seamlessly into the glove. My mistake. So now the Coyotes extra setup. The outside has been where Ashton Blair has had success. He's getting that call. Expect him to keep taking it as the game goes along. Here's the 2-1. Runner on the move, throw down to second. Here comes Saffer coming home. He will score. A pair of steals for the Coyotes, and they are on the board, 1-0. Should go down as a pair of stolen bases. Tyler Langbein, the sneaky fast first baseman, the one who jump-started the attack, and as soon as the throw came, Paul Saffer bolted home. 3-1 pitch. That's low, ball 4. Gallardo reaches. Now it's the left fielder, Landon Baker, with runners at first and second. Gallardo at first, Langbein at second. Paul Saffer just scored a minute ago to make it a 1-0 game. 2 hits already for the Coyotes, just 1 out. First pitch from Blair. Both runners are on the move. Throw down to second. The tag, not in time. Both Gallardo and Langbein advance. Runners at second and third off a wild pitch. And this is where that double steal really comes in handy for the Coyotes. 2-0 now. Because if there's a runner at third, that ball did not get far enough away from Gavin Rodriguez, the catcher, that a runner from third would go home. But because there was no runner at third after the double steal, that allows the runners to advance, and the ripple effect pays off for the Coyotes. Throw down to third? Nope. Two one. Lined into left field, caught. They got to play at second. It's a double play. Josh Payton made the snag at the shortstop position, and he caught Tyler Langbein in no man's land between second and third, anticipating the base hit. So a badly needed double play, able to limit the damage for the North Stars. They're still down 1-0 as their offense gets to work. It is Javier Avalos on the mound for the Coyotes as the North Stars see their first at-bats of the day. Gavin Rodriguez, the catcher, leading things off. It'll then be Giovanni Pieri, Chase Ford, Cooper Thompson cleanup, Dion Sotario Scott in the 5 spot. Josh Payton is hitting 6, and as the shortstop, Jackson Logston hitting 7th, Ryko Hamilton 8, Cash Sutton 9, and Ashton Blair in the 10 spot. Blair just pitched last inning for the North Stars, allowed 1 run. Came off of a double steal. It was Paul Saffer who came home as soon as Tyler Langbein, the first baseman, went down to second. But this North Stars offense has a lot of firepower. Gavin Rodriguez trying to set the tone. Rodriguez hitting .324, slugging .588. This guy's an extra base hit machine. More than half of his total 11 hits are for extra bases. First pitch paints the outside of the zone, 81 miles an hour for Javier Avalos. Avalos has had some strong showings this year. Second pitch low. Got roughed up, though, last time on the hill. In the 6-10 loss to the Haymakers, he went 3 innings, faced 18, allowed 5 runs, all of them earned. Now the 1-1 pitch to Rodriguez. Ooh, got him. Avalos did not hit anybody in that 3-inning appearance, but the first batter he sees, Gavin Rodriguez, gets plunked. Leadoff base runner for the North Stars. Doesn't get much easier. Giovanni Pieri hitting second for the North Stars. Pieri hitting .231, but getting aboard at a healthy .388 clip. Also great base runner as well. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Runner on the move. Throw down to second. A good throw. Gets him, and they got him. No, they say safe. He dropped the ball. Roberto Gallardo was all set up. But instead, on the transfer, he dropped it. It would have been an easy tag. It resulted in an easy stolen base for Rodriguez. And all of a sudden, Pieri, a runner in scores position, a chance to tie up this game after the Coyotes scored 1 in the top of 1. 1-1 pitch. Outside at 82. Called a ball. Two-one now. 2-2. Grounder over to short. Gallardo for out number 1. Rodriguez advances to third. So still a productive out for Pieri on the G6. First pitch lined into left for a base hit. Cooper Thompson drives in the first run of the game for the North Stars. They lead 1-0. Gavin Rodriguez got hit by the pitch, stole second, advanced to third on the Giovanni Pieri ground out, and he scores for the first run of the game for the North Stars. Now it's Dion Sotario Scott, maybe the best hitter on this team, hitting .457, takes the first pitch for a strike. Well, we saw Micromania yesterday, a fun wrestling event held here after the Palm Springs Power game. I think that if every PSCL player had a big Royal Rumble, there's a good chance that Dion's the last one in the ring. Second pitch bounces away. Cooper Thompson heads to second. Cesario Scott, 10 RBIs. That leads the team. Tied with Gavin Rodriguez at the top. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a foul. Count at 1-2. Slow roller. This could be a tough play. Charging in is Mizukami to first. It gets away. And the runner will score from third. 2-0 North Stars. It's Cooper Thompson who touches home. And Mizukami rushed it a little bit. It was definitely a tough play to make, but absolutely an E4 on that run scoring. Josh Payton, the shortstop, takes strike one. One unearned run for Javier Avalos. Nice scoop from third. Long throw across. And Payton goes down. Wow, Caden Raymond uncorked an absolute seed from the hot corner. That did allow Deion Cesario Scott to reach second. So another runner in scores position for Giovanni Liberti. First pitch to Liberti. Inside called strike. Liberti hitting .345 on the year. .486 on base percentage, only 4 strikeouts on the season. Great plate discipline. Surprisingly, only 2 RBIs on the year. One pitch, skied in the air. Tyler Langbein ends the inning. So Javier Avalos able to limit the damage, but not before the North Stars score 2. They leave one stranded and take a lead into the top of 2. Two to 1 the score. The North Stars lead the Coyotes here at Palm Springs Stadium. Dallas Siricon, the catcher, leading things off for the Coyotes. Coyotes got one in the top of the first in a bizarre sequence. Paul Saffer had a one-out double. Tyler Langbein had a single with runners at the corners. A double steal got Saffer home. A double play with runners at first and second, end of the inning. Siricon, first pitch swinging foul. Dallas has thrown 10 2/3 inning on the year. That's where he's been relied on the most. But, of course, a catcher, we know he's got a good arm that can throw down to second. 1-1 now, 82 miles an hour from Blair. Now the 1-1. Wave and a miss. Siricon playing in his 9th game as a batter, hitting 150 on the year. Has 3 hits, all of them for extra bases, 2 doubles and a triple. 1-2 pitch is low, count even at 2 apiece. 85 from Blair. He's pumping in some heat here. Here's the 2-2. Outside 3-2. Went with the breaking ball. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Down goes Siricon, first strikeout of the game for Ashton Blair. And with 1 down, Logan Wanko in right field, seeing his first at-bat. Wanko hitting .273, .435 on base percentage. Drives one to second. A bobble. Sutton to first. In time, he got him. Well, Wango with his speed put some pressure on the defense, but a nice play by Cash Sutton at second to recover and make the play. A quick 1-2 for Ashton Blair after a tumultuous first inning. Jaden Mizukami hoping to extend the inning for his Coyote squad. Mizukami was charged with an error last inning. Would have ended the inning. Instead, an unearned run came across. Ooh, strike right at the bottom, 0-2. Blair delivers. Wave and a miss. He got him. 2 strikeouts for Ashton Blair in a clean second inning. His North Stars team leads 2-1. They'll try and add on bottom of the second. Welcome back to Palm Springs Stadium in the Coachella Valley. Vince Hesbrick with you on this Sunday afternoon. Ryko Hamilton's leading things off for the North Stars, hitting in the 7th spot. Javier Avalos delivers the first pitch, wave and a miss. Hamilton's playing out in left field, wearing number 6. Still looking for his first hit on the year, but he's still gotten aboard at an impressive clip. He's drawn 4 walks, hit by 2 bases, or 2 pitches as well, behind 0-2. And he had a key sequence in the last win that the North Stars had. Came up with 2 outs, 2 men on, and he stood in there and took a fastball to get aboard. Wave and a miss. Down goes Hamilton. Javier Avalos gets his first strikeout of the game. Next up for the North Stars, Cash Sutton at second base. First pitch fouled near that Coyotes dugout. It's fun as spectators to see just how close these players are to the action. We've seen more than a few times a liner go straight at him. They got to look out. Good way to keep everybody invested in the game. 0-2. I guess it's all fun and games until it's not, though. Cash hitting .211 on the year, getting aboard at close to a 300 clip. 0-2. Did it hit him? Oh, I think it might have got the barrel of the bat. It was definitely up and in at 82. 0-2 again. And that was the slider from Avalos, 73. Well placed near the top of the zone, but fouled away by Cash. The at-bat continues. Bouncer, foul! And he will head back to the box. That was close. Caden Raymond was all ready to deliver another highlight throw to first. Another 0-2 pitch to Cash Sutton. Bouncer, that one's fair to Raymond. And now we get to watch the throw, but it's high. Cash Sutton's aboard. He will scamper over to second. 1-out double on an E5. Raymond with that big cannon. Usually reliable out there at the hot corner, but maybe a little too much steam on that one over the head of his first baseman, Tyler Langby, and really no chance for him. Second error of the day on the Coyotes defense. The first one resulted in an extra run for the North Stars, who lead 2-1. Now they'll try and cash in again. I believe this is Chase Ford for the North Stars, taking a strike. One pitch. Bouncer in front of second. 2 down. And this should be fun here. Catcher versus catcher, or pardon me, pitcher versus pitcher. Avalos on the mound. Ashton Blair stepping in. Or will they give him an at-bat? I think they're actually only going to go 9, the North Stars today. No 10th hitter. They had Blair written down the 10 spot in the lineup, but instead it turns over to Gavin Rodriguez. Rodriguez first pitch got him to chase. Rodriguez led off this game by getting hit by a pitch. Ultimately came around to score the first run of the game for the North Stars. Runner on the move with 2 outs. Throw down to third. Not in time. Cash Sutton swipes third. Don't see that too often. Stolen base at third with 2 outs. But this is a very small ball team in the North Stars. Sutton wanting to score on anything in play. And sure enough, a very slow roller to first. And the throw gets away. Rodriguez is safe. That should go down as a base hit. And well, it's just like we were saying, don't often see a steal at third with 2 outs. The classic phrase, don't make the third out at third. But instead, it completely pays off for Cash Sutton, who comes around to score another unearned run charged to Ashton Blair. Or pardon me, Javier Avalos. And a base hit for Gavin Rodriguez, who's reached safely both times up. First pitch to Giovanni Pieri, taken for a strike. He grounded to short last time up, advanced Rodriguez to third. And Rodriguez, his second stolen base of the day. Rodriguez, the catcher, doing no favors to the catcher for the Coyotes, Dallas Siricon. He's already swiped multiple bags on him, and the stolen base will pay off. Pieri serves one into left, but Rodriguez left a stop at third. That was handled nicely by Landon Baker in left field. So runners at the corners, 2 outs for Cooper Thompson. Thompson got his 11th RBI of the season. Last time up, that gives him the lead across his team. Thompson hitting .405 on the year. A chance to break this game open. His team already leads 3-1. They've scored 1 in the bottom of 2. And we already saw the North Stars manufacture a run on the base pass with a double steal in this exact same spot. Wonder if they'll do the same. Pieri at first, Rodriguez at third. First pitch, it gets away. Well, both runners advance. We thought we'd see it on a double steal. Instead, it happens on a wild pitch. Rodriguez scores his second run of the game. Pieri advances to second. It's a 4-1 game. Well, still a runner in scores position for Thompson. That first pitch of the at-bat came very close to hitting him. But just enough inside that it got away from Dallas Siricon. And Gavin Rodriguez, second run of the game already through 2 innings. 2-0 pitch, called strike. Now 2-1. Half-hearted wave and a miss. Or no, they'll say he checked his swing. It's 3-1. Awful close for Cooper Thompson. Now in a hitter's count. Ball 4. Thompson's aboard. Runners at first and second for the North Stars. Up comes big Dion Sitario Scott. Crucial moment in this game. Mound meeting coming up. We'll see if Javier Avalos' night is finished. He's allowed 4 runs. I believe only 1 of them earned. Yeah, sure enough. Cash Sutton was the one who scored the first run of the inning. He reached on an E5, so with 2 outs, none of these are going to count. It should have been a 1-2-3 inning. But instead, Avalos will leave with his team behind 4-1, and a new pitcher comes on. We're going to take a quick break here. On the other side, the North Stars going to try to add on to this 3-run lead. We have a pitching change here at Palm Springs Stadium, and it's a really bizarre one. Riley Thomas, known for his bat, is going to see his first ever inning pitched in the PSCL, and it could not have come against a tougher guy. Dion Cesario Scott coming up, runners at first and second. His team already leading 4-1. Inning and 2/3 for Javier Avalos. Hands the ball to Riley Thomas, about to throw his first pitch in the PSCL. And here it comes. Well off the plate at 77. Second pitch. Again outside, 76. A 3-run deficit, definitely manageable for the Coyotes, and they're stacked top of the order. But they want to keep it at 3. Ooh, 3 straight balls. That one low. We'll see what Dion does, 3-0. Called strike, bottom of the zone, 72. That might have been the curveball. A lot of vertical break on that pitch. Ball 4 upstairs. The bases are loaded up for Josh Payton. Thomas only needs one more out to get out of this inning. Payton grounded out to short last time up. First pitch to him, called a strike. Oh, 1 big swing and a foul. Luke, are you calling that a curveball? Fastball. So fastball's at 74. It says it's got some vertical break to it on our TrackMan device. But yeah, that is the heat. 0-2 inside. Dialed up 80. Thomas just looking for 1 out. 1-2 pitch is low, count even. And that was the breaking ball at 70. Thomas pitching his first inning in the PSEL. Wants his first out. Swing and a miss. He got him. Riley Thomas comes in, successfully limits the damage. His first strikeout in the league. Josh Payton goes down, and the North Stars leave 3 stranded, but not before they score 2 in the bottom of the second. Coyotes down 3. Their offense coming up in the top of 3. Javier Avalos started this game on the mound for the Coyotes. He was replaced by Riley Thomas last inning, but it's not the last we've seen of Javier. He leads off this inning against Ashton Blair for the North Stars. Blair's allowed just 1 run over the 2 innings. First pitch high to the fellow pitcher. Coyotes manufactured their run with a double steal with runners at the corners. 1-0 pitch on the outside for a called strike. Avalos hitting 111 on the year. Hasn't gotten a ton of at-bats, known for his pitching, fouls one away. One-two pitch from Blair to Avalos. Up high, 2-2. Three-two now. Blair has a really fun pitching repertoire. We've had fun deciphering payoff pitch inside for ball 4. He's throwing a bit of a cut fastball as well as a 4-seamer. That's been coming in at 81 consistently. We've been seeing the break at it. He's looked good so far, but allows a leadoff runner to the Coyotes. Now in the 10 spot, the extra hitter, Jacob Ginn. Ginn, swing and a miss. After Ginn's at bat, the lineup will turn over to Caden Raymond. Here's the 0-1. One pitch, up and in. And there's a decent amount of horizontal break on that pitch. Two-one swing and a miss. Avalos at first. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Ashton Blair. Swing and a foul. Wow, slider at 82 at the top of the zone. Is that a slider, Luke? That's the cut fastball. It's got a ton of horizontal movement. Strikes him out with 85. Lineup turns over to Caden Raymond with one down. Avalos at first. A lot of pitchers in the PSCL have a fastball slider mix. So to see a unique guy like Ashton Blair, this has been a treat to watch so far. Raymond led off this game for the Coyotes by grounding out to third. First pitch outside. And that was the slider at 70, well off the plate. Blair definitely has the stuff. Just a matter of locating it. Nicely done on the outside. Gavin Rodriguez made it look good. One, same pitch, same spot, same result. Called strike. So Raymond maybe in need of an adjustment. We'll see what pitch Blair rolls with. Fouled back. Runner was on the move, but Avalos left him march back to first. Now the 1-2. Runner stays put. Fouled again. That was the straight fastball from Blair at 84. One-two, runner on the move. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second. Safe. So Raymond strikes out the top of the order, but Avalos advances to second on a stolen base. And a runner in scores position for Tyler Langbein. How often do you see a pitcher steal a base? Langbein's 1 for 1 on the day. Served one into center field back in the first. Stole a base. Was left stranded. That's why the Coyotes only got 1 run in that inning and 1 run in this game. Or my mistake, it's Paul Saffer batting. He's 1 for 1 with a double. Next pitch fouled back. Saffer is the Coyote who scored the lone run in this game. He stole home when Langbein took off for second the next at-bat. Oh, 0-2 pitch from Blair to Saffer. Swing and a miss. He got him. Blew him away with 85, down and in. And another clean inning for Ashton Blair. Javier Avalos, the pitcher, walked, stole a base, but is ultimately left stranded. 4-1 still the score. North Stars hoping to add on. Riley Thomas had his first PSCL appearance as a pitcher last inning. Walked Dion Sotario-Scott, but struck out Josh Payton to leave the bases loaded and keep this a 3-run game for the Coyotes. He is back on the hill, now taking on Giovanni Liberti, maybe the best hitter on this North Stars team. Liberti wave and a miss, 1-1. Liberti's hitting .345 on the season. Popped out to third to end the first inning last time up. We've seen a consistent mid-70s fastball from Riley Thomas. North Stars trying to square that one up. Liberti swings and misses. Might have got a bit of a bat on it, but 2-2 either way. Two from Riley Thomas. Inside, count full. Inside, ball 4. Close pitch, can't get the call. Leadoff runner aboard for the North Stars. It's Giovanni Liberti. And up comes Ryko Hamilton for the North Stars. Struck out back in the second. Still seeking that first hit in the league. We'll see if he can get his first against Riley Thomas. Nice take on the inside, 75. Ryko's got aboard at a 25% clip despite the lack of base hitting. Swing and a miss, throw back to first. I think he's going to get one. It's given his squad some nice defense in the field as well. 1-1 pitch, 2-1 now. So here's the 2-1 pitch to Ryko Hamilton. And we'll see if Ryko swings big here, 3-1. Ooh, that pitch close to the top of the zone. Just barely clipped it for a strike. Here's 3-2. Hamilton looking to get aboard. Payoff pitch, swing and a foul. It's been a fun battle between Ryko and Riley. We'll see who wins it. Low in the dirt, ball 4. Ryko Hamilton gets aboard. 2 on, nobody out. Cash Sutton comes up. Well, Riley Thomas had his chance on the hill. We'll see if they continue to roll with him. And I think we're going to have a pitching change. Riley Thomas did his job. He was able to limit the damage in the second inning. That's what he was brought in to do. But he's going to leave 2 stranded. And he's going to hope and pray that his team can keep the deficit at 3 after a quick break from Palm Springs Stadium. It's Henry Lomax on the hill for the Coyotes, down 4-1 to the North Stars. Giovanni Liberti's at second base, Reichel Hamilton at first. Cash Sutton in the batter's box, a chance to break this game open. Here's the first pitch from Lomax. On the inside for a ball, 74. Lomax last time out. Second pitch, low. Against the Lumberjacks, went 2 innings, allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 of them earned. Now the 2-0. Got the inside with a breaking ball. That was the slider at 63. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Back-to-back breaking balls from Henry Lomax has gotten him back in the count. That's a 9.35 ERA on the season. 2-2 line foul. Lomax listed at 5'9" from Blue Mountain Christian University. Just finished up his freshman year. Two. Ooh, inside of Sutton. Both runners will move up. So now Reichel Hamilton moves to second base. Giovanni Liberti at third. 2 runners in scores position for Cash Sutton. Sutton has 4 RBIs on the season. 3-2 pitch. Dumped into right field and down for a base hit. Liberti will score. Hamilton close behind. It's a 6-1 game as Cash Sutton cashes in. It was another breaking ball from Henry Lomax, and that one at the bottom part of the play likely would have been a ball, but Cash Sutton is on that pitch. He dumps it into right, collects 2 RBIs, up to 6 now on the season. Chase Ford squaring to bunt in the 9 spot. Takes the first pitch, throw down to second. Got him. And that's the first out of the inning for the Coyotes. A great throw from Dallas Siricon. Caught Cash Sutton trying to swipe second. Bases are empty for Chase Ford. 0-1 pitch, or the 1-0 pitch, got him on the elbow. Well, Sutton would have been on second had he waited another pitch, but no way of knowing that. Still a runner aboard as Gavin Rodriguez sees his 3rd at-bat of the day here in the 3rd inning. Wow. Rodriguez was hit by a pitch to lead off this game, scored a run. In the 2nd inning, hit a single, again, came around to score. Here's the first pitch from Lomax. Another slider inside, 63. 1-0 pops straight up in the air. Everyone's looking for it, but it will bounce in the seats. 1-1 in the dirt, 2-1. Top of 4 here at Palm Springs. Throw over to first. Not a bad idea, but back safely is Chase Ford. And I believe that this is the first game of the year that Ford has been playing in. Ford wanting his first stolen base. He's got it. Runner in scores position for Gavin Rodriguez in a hitter's count. Chase Ford has pitched 14 2/3. Has a bat today, now stolen a base. That pitch leaves the yard, 3-2. You got to think for Ford getting that chance to get a few at-bats. If he was on the base pass, he might have wanted the experience of stealing a base just to say he did it. Helps out his team as well. 3-2 pitch to Gavin Rodriguez is upstairs, and for the third straight time today, Rodriguez has reached safely. So Lomax has gone in, has gone hit by pitch, and a walk. Has gotten an out because Cash Sutton was caught stealing. And the 2 runs that came across the score will be charged to Riley Thomas. So Thomas's final line, 1/3 of an inning, 3 walks, and a strikeout. 2 earned runs. 2 so far for the North Stars in this inning. First pitch, swinging a foul back, Giovanni Pieri. Oh, 1 line into left field, and it will drop in for a base hit in front of Landon Baker. The throw over to third, there might have been a force. But a nice play by Cash Sutton, I think that was Chase Ford actually who got the third in time. He was kind of caught in no man's land there between second and third. It bounced in front of Baker, and as soon as it bounced, Ford scampered over to third, made it in there safely. The bases are loaded up for the North Stars, and just the man for the moment, Cooper Thompson, the designated hitter. Got a base hit in the first, came around to score, walked last time up, hitting over 400 on the season. Takes the first pitch for a strike on the inside at 76. North Stars lead by 5. Chance to deliver a gut punch. Ooh, off-speed pitch, top of the zone. One to Cooper Thompson. 2-1. Those have been the 2 pitches for Henry Lomax. The heat in the mid-70s and the slider in the 60s. And there was the slider away, 3-1. Nowhere to put Cooper Thompson. Dion Cesario Scott on deck. Here's the 3-1. Inside, ball 4, and a run will score. Chase Ford, his first run for the season. And as he touches home, it's 7-1. Still just 1 out in the inning for Dion Cesario Scott. Reached on an error in the first, walked in the second. First pitch in there at 74, well placed at the bottom of the zone. Cesario Scott comes in hitting .457. He has 5 doubles and a triple. Thompson's 2 RBIs today gives him the team lead at 12, but Cesario Scott a chance to take that lead right back, swinging a foul. Scott listed at 6'5" from Alabama A&M. 0-2 bouncer over to second. Mizukami to second, back to first. And now the runner's coming home as the throw gets away. 2 will score for the North Stars. Wow, had a chance to be an inning-ending double play instead, and will probably be an E4. Allows 2 runs to score. Second time today that Cesario Scott has reached on an error. First pitch popped in the air. Josh Payton. It will drop in for a base hit. Miscommunication between Landon Baker and Paul Saffer out there in the outfield. Gavin Rodriguez scored his 3rd run of the game, his 3rd run through 3 innings. Peary gets a run of his own. And the North Stars have officially batted around. It's Giovanni Liberti with runners at first and second. Payton at first, Cesario Scott at second. 1-0 pitch. That's a ball. Liberti led off this inning with a walk, came around to score ahead 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk means Liberti is aboard. The bases are loaded up. You wonder if Lomax was trying to pitch around Liberti, because now here comes Ryko Hamilton. Drew a walk in this inning. First pitch, inside for a ball. Ryko looking for his first base hit as a member of the North Stars. Comes up with the bases loaded. 1-0 pitch. Popped in the air. Over to first. A sliding play is made and the inning is over. Tyler Langbein with the defensive highlight to prevent Ryko Hamilton from getting his first hit. But it is a 5-run inning for the North Stars. They lead 9-1 as we head to the top of the 4th. Tyler Langbein to lead off the inning for the Coyotes. They are just on the receiving end of a 5-run North Stars inning, and they are down by 8 runs here in the top of the 4th. Still on the mound for the North Stars is Ashton Blair. Starts Langbein off down low. Has that cut fastball at 78. Now upstairs. Langbein 1 for 1 with a base hit. Had a single in the first. He's ahead in the count, 2-1 to Blair. Make it 3-1. Well, we've seen some pretty crazy comebacks across the PSCL. Still way too early to even maybe mention that word, but you just got to get base runners if you're the Coyotes, and they get one aboard. 5-pitch walk to Tyler Langbein as the leadoff runner in the inning. Roberto Gallardo, who reached safely on a walk in the first, comes up with a man on. First pitch to Gallardo. Skied in the air, out to right field. Giovanni Pieri can't track it down. It falls in front of him. Both runners on the move, and it's a double for Roberto Gallardo. It's not an error if it doesn't hit a glove. So Pieri just being unable to find that ball in the outfield. That's going to mean that's a hit charge to Ashton Blair. The first two reach. Well, definitely a play that should have been made. It seemed like Giovanni Pieri was kind of roaming to the left side, then had to come back to the right. But hey, with the sun out, it's always tricky. First pitch to Landon Baker. 85 miles an hour down. Blair's been cruising for the most part in this game. Now runners at second and third behind 1-0 in the count. We'll see what he has served up. Ooh, that pitch just missed. Might have gotten a little bit of the play down the inside, but very close. Now it's 2-0 to Landon Baker, who ground into a double play in the first. 3-0 now. A walk and a double to start the inning for the Coyotes. Here's a 3-0 pitch from Blair. Takes one right at the bottom for a called strike. (3-1) bounce foul from 3-0 to 3-2. Dallas Siricon, the catcher's on deck. Baker digs in. Here's a 3-0 pitch from Ashton Blair. Up high, ball 4. They are loaded up with nobody out. Walk, double walk. Dallas Siricon, the catcher, comes up, bases loaded. The North Stars are on the heels of a 5-run bottom of the third. The Coyotes trying to answer right back. Siricon 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Waves and misses the first pitch. Siricon has only seen 23 plate appearances coming in, hitting 150 on the year. Ooh. Squares up that pitch, but foul. Siricon behind 0-2. Blair trying to punch him out. Got him called strike 3. Went with the slider on the outside part of the plate. Gets the call, 1 down in the inning. Well, Blair still not out of the woods. Bases filled with Coyotes. Logan Wanko. Wanko 0 for 1 with a ground out. First pitch fouled back. Langbeans at third. Gallardo at second. Baker at first. Ashton Blair has allowed just 1 run. Came off a double steal in the first inning. Trying to keep his strong showing intact. Woohoo. Second pitch just in. Closer than it looked, but still a ball, count even. Another pitch inside, that one at 79. Two one. Oh, it got him. Oh, boy. Might have got him right on the ankle. That has got to hurt. Tyler Langbein will come around to score. It's a 9-2 game. And, oh, man. Wanko, he is limping bad. He's going to try and make his way over to first, try and walk it off a little bit. And here comes the pinch runner. Replacing Logan Wanko is Alexander Carbajal. Well, he figured Carbajal was going to find his way into this game at some point, hitting .407 on the year, slugging .741 in 13 games. Just wish it wasn't under this circumstance. Well, base is still loaded up, still just 1 down. Jaden Mizukami, the second baseman. A chance to continue the damage. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Blair put 79 right over the heart of the plate. Mizukami 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Here's the second pitch. Up high for a ball. One now. Bouncer over to second. This could be 2. There's 1 to first. It's a double play. The Coyotes push 1 across as Tyler Langbein scores, but Jaden Mizukami grounds into a double play with the bases loaded, and 3 are left stranded for the Coyotes. They're down 7. The North Stars offense will get to work. Cash Sutton set to lead things off. Another inning of work for Henry Lomax. He had 5 runs scored against him. Last time he was up in the bottom of 3. First pitch to Cash Sutton. Called a ball. The first 2 batters in that inning were walks. That was when Riley Thomas was on the hill. So Lomax came on with runners at first and second and allowed 3 extra. Skied into center, Chase Ford, or pardon me, that's Paul Saffer getting the first out. Good start for Lomax. Went with 57 at the top of the zone. And now here's Chase Ford again, usually a pitcher for the North Stars. Reached base safely, got hit by a pitch. Also stole a base. Scored a run. Now trying to do some damage with the bat. Oh, that first pitch kind of lollipopped in there at 53. Luke, what are you calling that? We're calling it an eephus as we see it. Bounced over to third. A bobble collected. Raymond to first. It's late. Tough one to score there. Absolutely a tough hop for Raymond, but he's tapping his chest, saying that's his mistake. We're going to agree with him and call it an E5. But Chase Ford is aboard with 1 out. Now to Gavin Rodriguez, who's reached safely all 3 times. His 4th at-bat in 4 innings. Starts him out with an eephus 63. Hey, Lomax is here to get outs. He should have 2 of them. Next pitch fouled. Rodriguez behind 0-2. I don't know if I've seen this yet this year. These guys so used to trying to catch up to those mid-80s fastballs. Now all of a sudden they're seeing 30 miles an hour or less. Fly ball into center. And Paul Saffer gets the second out. A 60 miles an hour lollipopped in there. But it works. Gavin Rodriguez, maybe the best hitter for the North Stars, is retired. 2 down for Giovanni Pieri. It's obviously not a good long-term strategy, especially if guys are to see another at-bat. But for Lomax, he's thinking, look, I just need outs. Team down 7 runs. And there's a high drive out to deep left field. Pieri cannot get enough of it. Landon Baker's under it, and it's a clean inning for Henry Lomax. He gave him what we can call the heat at 73. A fun inning to watch from Henry Lomax. It's a clean inning. His offense will try and do some damage in the top of 5. Javier Avalos to lead things off for the Coyotes, come in at 5-9. North Stars at 8-6. And the North Stars in the 3 seed as it stands right now in the PSCL, hoping to move to 9-6 overall. They're in good position, leading by 7 runs as we're here for the top of 5. Ashton Blair back on the hill for him. And the Coyotes, the first 3 reached successfully against him. The bases were loaded, nobody out. Avalos takes the first pitch for a ball. But then a strikeout, hit by pitch, double play, and the Coyotes ultimately only got 1 run. Swing and a miss to Javier Avalos. We saw something kind of incredible last inning from Henry Lomax for the Coyotes. He got roughed up in the 3rd, allowed 5 runs, 3 of them earned. 1-1 pitch fouled. He came out for the 4th against this scorching hot offense and just started throwing in lollipops at 50 miles an hour. We weren't sure exactly what to call them. Luke Dreyer, who's logging the pitches, listed them as other. 1-2 pitch, count even. It's just funny how I bet for people who aren't as talented as a lot of these players, beer league guys, I'm sure that they'd probably have a little bit more success. But these guys are so fine-tuned to hit those mid-80 pitches that they're going to struggle when stuff gets slower. 74 with the breaking ball, slider to the top of the zone, gets a strikeout. Javier Avalos goes down. Jacob Ginn comes up. And we saw the North Stars kind of recognize what was going on. I mean, the only batter that reached was Chase Ford, who reached on an error. The other 3 guys, Cash Sutton, Gavin Rodriguez, and Giovanni Pieri, they all got out. It was all by fly balls to the outfield. They were swinging for the hills. It's just kind of funny in this sport how you can have the fakes within a fake within a fake, and then it ultimately kind of circles back and just doing something entirely normal winds up being so effective. Swing and a miss. Ginn's 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the 3rd. 1-1 the count. Pitch from Blair. Make it 2-1 now. Kind of reminds me of one of my favorite clips on the internet. I've occasionally watched people play professional fighting games, those video games. Swing and a miss, 2-2. And there's one of the crazier games is Super Smash Bros. The Nintendo players all fight each other, try and knock each other off the stage. And, they're always moving back and forth, running around, blocking. It's hard to even keep track of it as you see it. 3-2. And one of the most famous clips is that a guy with one of the slower characters just walked up to somebody else and hit him and won. And it was just, you're expecting the fake, just do something completely basic. That wound up being the effective play. Swing and a miss, second strikeout of the inning for Ashton Blair as Jacob Ginn goes down. Lineup turns over for Caden Raymond at the top. It's just so fun to see positions where it's almost being less skilled is what helps you when you're in a situation like that. Like I remember when I would play football in high school, I'd always try and learn route running as a receiver, and I'd watch the footage. They'd be like, oh, well, Devontae Adams, the best route runner, that route worked as there's a called strike because the cornerback was expecting this, and then they ultimately did that. But it's like he does less of a fake, and it works. And I tried to do that, and, of course, nobody's biting for my nonsense because I got nothing established, and I would just get pummeled at the line. 0-1 pitch fouled back our way. I'll tell you what, I don't know if we're going to see Henry Lomax for another inning, but I hope we do. Top of 5 here from Palm Springs Stadium. 9-2 in the North Stars lead. Caden Raymond down 0-2. Pitch inside. That was the slider at 74 from Ashton Blair. We saw him uncork one fastball in the high 80s. That leads us to think that his other pitches is kind of a cut fastball. 2-1. Oof. 87 right on cue. That might only be the second time that Blair has gone to that pitch. When I heard that sound, I wasn't sure if that was the elbow of Raymond, but thankfully it was I think that didn't catch anything. That was the glove of Sirikon, 2-2. Now outside with the slider, 3-2. 2 outs, nobody on for Caden Raymond. Ashton Blair can finish this inning. He will be in line for the win. The payoff pitch from Blair to Raymond. Inside, ball 4. Fun battle from the leadoff man at the top of the Coyotes order. He'll give Paul Saffer an opportunity with a man on. Saffer doubled in the first, struck out in the third. Heart of the order coming up for the Coyotes. This might be their last chance to meaningfully cut into this deficit. Saffer, slow liner right to second where Cash Sutton makes the play. Caden Raymond drew a walk with 2 outs. He's left stranded. And Ashton Blair is in line for the win if his team can hold on to a 7-run lead. First pitch to Cooper Thompson, in for a strike. Henry Lomax is back on the mound for the Coyotes. We were wondering if he would get another crack at this lineup. And he is lobbing in the eephus pitches again. He coaxes another fly ball. It is a mile in the air, and charging in for out number 1 is Caden Raymond. This is incredible to watch. Gavin Rodriguez, Giovanni Pieri, Cooper Thompson representing 3 of the best hitters across the league. They have all had soft fly outs to Henry Lomax, who has just said heck with it and is just throwing 60-mile-an-hour eephus pitches. We're calling them eephus pitches, but there's really no spin on him either. He's just lobbing them in. He's like a position player. And so far it's working. Deion Cesario-Scott lined it foul. Ironically, he was late on that pitch. We've seen all the analogies about how these talented players used to so many faster pitches are now caught off guard when faced with 57. You got to think the adjustment is coming, but it hasn't came yet. 56 from Lomax. 1-1, 2-1. I mean, we've seen position players in MLB strike out guys. Big swing and a miss from Deion Cesario-Scott, and his bench is making fun of him for it. Who can be the one to get the first hit on the flamethrower? Henry Lomax. Deion's got a smile on his face. I mean, people have had trouble, but if Deion can square one up, I mean, it could go 500 feet. Leaned back on it, 2-2. You almost wonder if Lomax might consider trying this again. I mean, maybe if his opponent has a scouting report, they could get their guys ready. But if this is just a complete ambush, maybe this is viable. Ooh, there's the heat. 77 couldn't get the call. Count full. And now the payoff pitch. On the ground to second. And down goes Deion Cesario-Scott. From 77 to 52, a 25-mile-per-hour difference between pitches, and it works. The North Stars offense, which has scored 9 runs, is completely flummoxed right now, and it is unbelievable to watch. Lomax starting to get aggressive, goes with 54 to start out Josh Payton. And Payton, a soft pop-up, and it's a clean inning for Henry Lomax. He goes 1, 2, 3. Nobody has gotten aboard except for Chase Ford. Last inning, he reached on an E5. This has been awesome to watch. We'll see if Henry Lomax comes out for another inning, but in the meantime, we'll see who decides to pitch against the Coyotes for the North Stars. Well, we saw the slow pitches on one end of the spectrum last inning from Henry Lomax for the Coyotes. Now we get to see the heat from Ashton Blair. He's been working with a cut fastball that's been in the low 80s for the majority of this game, but he's dialed up 88 with the four-seamer when he's needed to. We'll see what he has in store for Tyler Langbein leading off the inning for the Coyotes. Coyotes come in at 5-9, North Stars 8-6. First pitch. That seemed like the cut fastball, 78. Langbein has reached safely all 3 times, has a hit, pair of walks, scored a run in the 4th. Takes another pitch for a strike. Slider at 69. 22 inches of horizontal break. That is a lot, right at the top of the zone. This is Blair's 6th inning of work. He started this game for the North Stars, and he gets the strikeout. Tyler Langbein goes down. There's 85 upstairs. That's the 8th strikeout of the game for Blair. He's got some flamethrower stuff. Roberto Gallardo, another guy who's reached safely all 3 times. It's been the 3 and 4 hitters for the Coyotes who've had the success. Gallardo takes the first pitch strike. Langbein, of course, just struck out. But before that, 3 and 4 for the Coyotes. 3 for 3, pair of doubles with 3 walks. Now the 1-1. Slow roller. This is going to be a tough play. Oh, Blair's going to scoop it up. That's fair for a base hit. I think he could have just let that one go and see if it went foul. But tried to make a play, turned and realized there was no play to be made, and Roberto Gallardo gets a base hit. Now 3 for 3 on the day with a walk. Now here's the first pitch to Landon Baker. He drew a walk last time up in the 4th inning. Grounded into a double play in the 1st. The Coyotes have had a pair of good threats against the North Stars. They scored 1 in the 1st inning, had runners at 1st and 2nd, but a double play got Blair out of the jam. And then bases loaded, nobody out in the 4th. Second pitch a ball. But Blair got a strikeout, then hit Logan Wanko on the ankle. That gave Wanko a painful RBI. He had to leave the game. And Jaden Mizukami grounded into a double play. Whoa, swing and a foul. The bat goes flying out of the hands of Landon Baker. Well, we've seen the North Stars players making fun of their teammates for their inability to get hits off of Henry Lomax and his 52-mile-an-hour fastball we saw last inning. And now a similar ribbing from the teammates of Landon Baker on the Coyotes side of things. The competitiveness, of course, fuels these guys, but when it's a 7-run game, sometimes you see the personality come out. Baker in a 2-1 count. The pitch from Blair, runner on the move, throw down to second, it's up high and into center field. Gallardo will stay at second, but a stolen base, runner in scores position, 1 out. Coyotes got 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 4th. For the North Stars, 2 in the 1st, 2 in the 2nd, 5 in the 3rd. Line drive into left field, down for a base hit. Baker drives in Gallardo. And an RBI for the Coyotes. Baker stays at first, content with his RBI. Dallas Siricon, 0 for 2, pair of strikeouts, comes up with a man on. Well, stranger things have happened. Still just 1 out. It's going to be up to the bottom of this Coyotes order to cash in if they want to keep this a game. First pitch from Blair. Called strike on the inside at 81. Now the 0-1. Another runner on the move. Didn't get a great jump. The tag? Not in time. Gavin Rodriguez made that a very close play, but the speed from Landon Baker gets him a stolen base. And Dallas Siricon is a runner in scores position. 1-1 pitch, fouled out of play. Blair checking on the runners. It's not out of the question to see a steal at third. We saw the North Stars steal third with 2 outs in this game. 1-2 pop-up. Deion Cesario Scott camped under it for the 2nd out of the inning. Logan Wanko was originally scheduled to hit in this spot, but he was hit by a pitch in the 4th, was subbed out for Alexander Carbajal. And Carbajal has been nothing short of dominant for the Coyotes. We expected him to get an at-bat in this game at some point, hitting .407 on the year, slugging .741. Drives one on the ground to short, and it's through the glove of Roberto Gallardo. A run will score for the Coyotes, and it's a 4-9 game. Well, when you hit it hard, that kind of stuff can happen. 97 off the bat. Our statistician, Luke Dyer, tells us that was Josh Payton, the shortstop, who's going to get charged with an error on that one. Runner at first, 2 outs, swing and a foul. So an unearned run for Ashton Blair. 5-run game here in Palm Springs. Second pitch, right down the middle. Slider at 71. Jaden Mizukami 0 for 2 on the day. Ground into a double play in the fourth. That was when the bases were loaded. Carbajal sits at first. He's on the move. 0-2 pitch in the dirt with 86 to second. Bounces in. And Alexander Carbajal is safe. Third stolen base of the inning for the Coyotes. And a called strike 3 ends the inning. Jaden Mizukami goes down looking. Ashton Blair finishes off the inning. He's gone 6, but allows 2 runs. One of them earned, one of them unearned. His team still leads by 5. And Henry Lomax is back on the hill. Stick with us. We got some more fun coming up. We've got a really fun story here in Palm Springs. The North Stars lead 9-4 over the Coyotes, but Henry Lomax is back on the mound for his 4th inning of work. He came into this game in the 3rd inning, and he allowed 5 runs, and something just kind of clicked for him, and he just started saying, what the heck? And since then, it has been nothing but 50-something mile-per-hour balls. First one does not go his way. Giovanni Liberti is hit by the first pitch at a scorching 51. I guess if you're going to get hit, that's the kind of situation you want to be in. Now, that last pitch notwithstanding, the North Stars offense has been simply flummoxed by Lomax. Only one batter had reached before that hit by pitch. As there's a high drive out to left field, Ryko Hamilton wants his first hit of the season, but he is left. Recording the first out, Landon Baker retires Hamilton. A lot of flyouts to the outfield we've seen. Lomax is, if it's not broken, don't fix it. But this is where it gets interesting because Cash Sutton is now seeing his 2nd at-bat of the game against Lomax. He's used to the gyro ball. Beats it into the ground, slow roller. This is going to be a tough play. To first. And Cash, he was resigned to his fate. Wasn't hustling out of the box. Why bother when Lomax is spinning such gems? Now, for the sake of this game, this at-bat probably doesn't mean too much. But for the sake of our entertainment, this is an important one. Chase Ford reached safely on an error. And he popped up. But it's dropped. Runner coming home. Nobody's covering. Can Lomax give the tag? He cannot. And Ford heads to second on an E2. Ford is the only one who has reached safely outside of Liberti, who just scored. Ford has reached safely twice against Lomax. They both came off of errors. And so this is what I'm really excited to see. Because, the guys at the bottom of the order, they're going to get to see their 2nd at-bat against Lomax. We saw a G6, now an E2. But here's Gavin Rodriguez, the best hitter on the North Stars team, now seeing his 2nd at-bat against Lomax. And he's ahead of it. And I'm down to a knee at 48 miles an hour. When Cash Sutton grounded out in this inning, he threw his bat in disgust. This has been simply awesome. Rodriguez wants a big hit. He's going to take inside. The pitches have only gotten slower from Henry Lomax. That one's 46. High drive, got under it. Out to center field. Paul Saffer looking for it. He has found it. It is another clean inning for Henry Lomax. He allowed 5 runs, 3 earned his first inning then. Since then, he's just said, heck with it. 3 innings of just nothing but cookies. And it has gotten him 3 scoreless innings, has not allowed a hit. The only one who reached without an error was a hit by pitch to Giovanni Liberti. And now we are reaching the top of 7. Can the Coyotes score 6? I hope they do. I want to see more of Lomax. Ashton Blair is on the hill for the North Stars. He needs 3 more outs to finish off a complete game. His North Stars lead 10-4 over the Coyotes. And we were scheduled to see Javier Avalos for the Coyotes, who actually was the starting pitcher and will be charged with the loss if this result stands. But he's been subbed out of this game for maybe the MVP of this contest, despite allowing 6 runs, 3 of them earned. Henry Lomax, fresh off of, or no, they're actually going to sit Lomax down. My mistake. So Lomax was up and was ready, swinging the bat. It looked like he was going to get an at-bat. He was in the on-deck circle, but he's now been subbed out. It will be Javier Avalos to bat. First pitch, grounded fair down the third baseline. Logden couldn't catch up to it. Avalos chugging on his way to second. Long throw off the mark. And it's a leadoff double for Javier Avalos. Avalos has reached safely 2 of his 3 plate appearances. Walked in the 3rd, struck out in the 5th. And now trying to score a run here in the 7th. Coyotes just in need of base runners. Jacob Ginn, 0-for-2, pair of strikeouts. Lines one into center field, but straight at Chase Ford, who puts it away for out 1. And here is the man of the hour. Replacing the leadoff hitter, Caden Raymond. Our new friend and our hero, Henry Lomax. Lomax, through the last 3 innings, was throwing right around 50 miles per hour. Did allow 1 run last inning. That was when Giovanni Liberti was hit by a pitch and then scored on an E2, but that goes unearned. 1-0 served in the right field foul. I was wondering if Blair would maybe just for fun give him one of those pitches, but so far no dice. 78 with that cutter on the outside. Now another cutter. That one on the outside gets the call. 1-2 the count to Henry Lomax. Grounder to short. It bounces off the hill. Nice adjustment from Josh Payton, who throws out the speedy Lomax in time. 2 down. It'll be up to Paul Saffer to keep the game going for the Coyotes. At minimum, he'd love to drive in Javier Avalos at second, who hit a leadoff double. Saffer 1 for 3. Soft line out to second last time up. First pitch, outside 1-0. North Stars ambush the Coyotes out the gate. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 5 in the third. (2-0) now. The story of this game might be Henry Lomax, but for the North Stars, this is legitimately a crucial win for them, trying to get to 9-6 on the year, giving them the 3 seed in the PSCL playoffs soon to come. 3-0 to Paul Saffer. The Coyotes are set to fall to 5-10, barring something spectacular. 4-pitch walk. Well, they got another base runner. Saffer reaches safely for the second time today. Tyler Lagbean will try and keep the game alive. He's reached safely twice. 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Scored a run in the fourth. Pop foul over our heads. Blair has thrown a lot of pitches in this game, but has looked sharp in just about every one. 1-1 now. Our metrics tell us that there's been a little over 300 total pitches in this game. I don't think it'd be crazy to say that Blair is hovering right around 100 right now. I don't have the exact statistic. 123? Wow. 2-1 foul. That was pitch 124, and for Ashton Blair, trying to finish off a complete game. Runners at first and second. Tyler Lagbean in a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch outside, count full. Well, we've been wondering why Blair has not gone to that 88-mile-an-hour fastball too often. I guess we know why. Tried to catch the runners on the move. Both Saffer and Avalos will be off with the pitch. The 3-2 into right field. But caught by Giovanni Pieri on the move. And this ball game is over. 10-4 your final. It's a complete game for Ashton Blair. 127 total pitches. But he gets the job done. The North Stars move to 9-6. The Coyotes fall to 5-10. I've been Vince Hesbrick. And, man, I guess this game just kind of speaks to why we're here, right? Why we play this game. We're here for fun at the end of the day, and to watch Henry Lomax go out there, just say, heck with it, start throwing 50-mile-an-hour, quote-unquote, fastballs, and have it work so well against one of the best offenses in the league. That was fun to watch, but it was also just fun seeing the way these two teams interacted with each other as this was all going on. Fun all around. Great day at the ballpark. Thanks for being with us. Vince Hesbrick wishing you a great rest of your day.